Hey everyone, I'm going to introduce you to someone I met recently. Pretty young guy. I wish I was that young and that successful, by the way. Very diversified portfolio, but I'll let him explain about that later. But here is Hemal. I actually met him through because I was seeking VC, but I found out he does a lot more things. So, Hemal Badiani, please tell us how you got where you are with such diversity and all. How did you get here?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. First of all, honored and humbled to be part of this conversation, Raju. And yeah, so my background was in management consulting, helped a lot of Fortune 100 companies get to a better position, right? And as I looked at my own internal investments and thinking, I wanted to bring some systems and structure and rigor and grow my business from that perspective, especially in the world of real estate and alternative investments outside of the stock market. So that's where I've been focused for the last few years, and really over the last 12 to 15 months have picked up. We've been doing a lot of multifamily acquisitions. We've been doing land developments. We've been doing venture capital investments. We're looking at triple net leases and retail and office buildings as well. Our focus mainly is to look at a diversified portfolio and also look at multiple markets. So we're not just focused on one market or one asset class. That allows us to really think more about the returns we want for our investors and our own capital, rather than just bringing that competency. And the way we've achieved that is just through strategic partnerships with a lot of operating partners and experts who really know the construction part and the operations part of each of these asset classes.
Awesome. So that's a great segue now. So you already kind of mentioned the diversification and all the stuff you do. So with that being said, obviously, it appears that people who should connect to you would be those type of people who are passive investors or potentially passive investors, not just multifamily, because you do multifamily and you do a unique thing from understanding where you take distressed properties and actually make it profitable. Just not too many people do that.
Yes.
Apart from that, obviously you're doing a lot of things. So please get into that and tell who would be a great connection for you, who should talk to you and see, you're a great fit for them.
Yeah, absolutely. The people that we help out are typically folks who understand that outside of the stock market, there's a vast amount of opportunities, especially in the world of real estate, but are sometimes tired to put their money locked in for 7 to 10 years, right? So our opportunities are more focused on high velocity, to your point, distressed assets, new development, etc., that allows us to recycle investor capital every 2 to 3 years, give them their money back. And in this market volatility, having that semi liquidity in your hands where every 2 years you get your money back with a great amount of return allows you to then think about diversification at that stage. If you want to go back into the stock market, if something's happening with gold, if precious metal, Bitcoin, whatever that investment strategy or startups would be there, rather than getting locked in for 7 to 10 years in an investment. That's what we help out with. So anyone who's looking for that high velocity type of investment, obviously risk averse, pre-vetted by our team. We typically invest in our own capital, significant capital in these investments as well. So we're in lockstep, put our money where our mouth is, but that's where we can help out.
Awesome. That's a great, actually, yeah, that's a great point. I mean, most of the time you're talking about at least minimum five years, right? Multifamily.
Yes. Yeah.
Or any commercial real estate. In fact, so yeah, that's a great point. So hopefully make a note of that. I mean, if you're looking for faster return or quick turnaround, reach out to Hemal. So with that being said, I'll post all the links, whatever is available. I'll post it on the top, by the way. Obviously, you can reach out through him to LinkedIn. Any other stuff, I'll post it. Hopefully reach out to him. So the last question, Hemal. So obviously you've been very successful pretty quickly, right? So with all this journey, right, what's the one thing you can share that you learned in your career, either your business-wise or your personal? whatever personally it help you with family or whatever. What's the one thing you can share for everybody that they can also do the same thing and help them?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's the power has been the power of partnerships, and a lot of people shy away from forming strategic partnerships because they want to control sometimes the things that they have, and sometimes it limits the scalability of anything that you're trying to do. So whether it's a personal partnership with my wife, she is a business owner herself, and juggling with twin kids, twin toddlers that we have, 4 year olds, right? So it takes a lot of management between the two in terms of priorities of things we're trying to do. So there's a lot of partnership required there. And then on the investment side, like I mentioned, each asset class, we've developed a consortium of partners that are truly vetted out, that we formed a systematic and programmatic relationship with, that allows us to then understand that if they're bringing something to the table that we are partnering up with, it's allowing us to grow. And one quote comes to mind for me: I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% of my own individual efforts. So that's been our incredible momentum. The biggest reason for that is just our true and trusting partners that I call my friends, that I meet and come to my houses, and really build that trusted relationship with.
Yeah, by the way, awesome quote. J. Paul Getty said that. That's one of my favorite quotes, by the way.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
trying
go.
to live by this principle. And a great tip. That is a great tip because right now, not to get into my own thing, but I'm going through Landmark team management and leadership.
Oh, fantastic.
That's what they're teaching how to build partnership and teams, not just be your lonesome, I want to do it by myself kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
awesome to learn that so quickly. That's an amazing, great tip. So pay attention to it. By the way, that's a really good tip. Obviously, you're very effective at it. So with that being said, thank you for taking the time, Hemal. And like I said, I'll post all the links, whatever is available to me for Hemal. And please connect to him. He's a great guy to talk. By the way, he's like an open connector, so he'll talk to anybody. He's kind of open guy. So reach out to him. So he's a fun guy to talk to.
Absolutely, Raju. And it truly is a pleasure to be part of this interaction. So thank you once
Sir.
again.
Thank you.